Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Star Wars Black Series review for you today. Happy Force Friday. I just got back from Toys R Us and Walmart at midnight where I picked these guys up. Toys R Us was a huge line out front, and when I got back there it was destroyed. The area was just completely sacked and everything was taken. But I stopped at my local Walmart on the way home and they still had tons of stuff. So if you follow me on Twitter, I kind of tweeted out a lot of pics and stuff of things I saw and a lot of the merchandise that came out. So if you want to check out my Twitter, there'll be a link in the description. You can see some of the pictures and stuff I posted. But otherwise, we're going to take a look here at these two Star Wars Black figures. Now we have Finn, and then it says Jakku, or Jakku, in parentheses. I don't know if that's his last name or not. Unfortunately, I'm not up on all the stuff that's known for Episode 7. I've kind of been trying to keep some of the mystery alive. I'll probably never make it to December, but trying to just be pleasantly surprised by everything, trying to, keep some of the spoilers unspoiled. And then obviously we have Kylo Ren here. So first thing to note is the inclusion of kind of red in the packaging now. The old Star Wars Black figures, it was mostly black with a little bit of maybe orange or blue in the background. But this is a solid red background. Have a nice open window on the top, a nice open window here on the side. And then just a straight line of red with a number on the side. So when you see these in a case, you can actually see right away what numbers they have. Finn is number 1, Kylo Ren is number 3. And then if you take a look here on the back, really nice packaging. I really like this a lot. Disney is very prominent now. I think that's kind of funny. We have the bio in, looks like 4 different languages. I believe this is Spanish. I believe this is French. Not 100% on the last one. Maybe Portuguese? I'm not sure. I could be wrong. If you guys know, feel free to let me know in the comments below because I'm interested. Very curious. But we'll take a look at Finn's bio here. And see if I can zoom in here. Light's playing a couple tricks on me here. But it says, a trained warrior desperate to escape his past, Finn is plunged into adventure at his conscience driven him down a heroic but dangerous path. And then Kylo Ren says, a dark warrior, strong with the Force, Kylo Ren commands First Order missions with a temper as fiery as his unconventional lightsaber. So that's pretty cool. Neat little bios there. See if there we go. Camera is getting a little light reflecting off the back of that packaging. But I think, like I said, I love the packaging. These guys looked pretty cool. When I went out today, I wasn't going to pick up anything. I was just kind of going for the spectacle and the grand experience. But these guys looked too cool to pass up. So we'll go ahead and get them out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here are the two figures out of the box. I'm going to kind of put Kylo Ren off to the side just for a minute so we can take a closer look at Finn here. I have to say I really like the look of the character. I like his jacket. I like the accessory that he comes with. I just overall really like Finn's design. He's definitely got kind of a angry, no-nonsense face, as you can see. I like the design, though. I like the detailing here on the coat. You can take a look at the accessory that he comes with. It's got kind of a black wash to it, which looks pretty nice. Accentuates the detail, which I appreciate. And you can see his right hand has a trigger finger extended, so that fits in very nicely. Take a look at the back of his coat, which again, nice detail. Looks pretty good. You can kind of see it looks like he's got some sand or something here, kind of at the bottom of his pants, or not really jeans, but whatever kind of pants they are. And I don't know if that's just because the paint blended from his shoes, or if that's intentional to look like he's got kind of, sand all over his shoes and the bottom of his pants. I would assume it's supposed to be sand. I'm going to go ahead and remove the gun just while we take a look at the figure. He's got lots of points of articulation. Head is on a ball joint. I believe it's a ball joint. I think it's a ball joint that also has an up and down swivel, so it can move from side to side, and also limited front, front to back. Not a whole lot of motion there forward and back, but definitely a nice swivel from side to side. Then you have kind of a standard hinge and swivel joint here in the shoulder. It's a little tight because of the jacket, but it can move decent range of motion like that, and it can swivel around 360. You have a similar joint here in the elbow where you can get pretty much 90 degrees out of the arm, but it can also swivel around. And then similar joint here in the wrist. It can swivel all around, but it can also bend a little bit in like that. He does have right here in the waist, or kind of just above the waist at the abdomen, can go from side to side and a little front to back. Then he's got very similar to the shoulder joint here in the hips, as you can see, out to the side and front to back. Then he's got a thigh swivel. He's got two joints here in the knee, one right above the knee and then one for the actual knee. So it can bend like that, and then it can also bend like that. And then he's got kind of a up and down, you can see the joint right here for the ankle, but it can also move kind of side to side like this. So definitely lots of points of articulation. You can get some nice poses out of the guy. Go ahead and put his weapon back in his hand. Pretty much what you've come to expect from the Star Wars Black Series, but definitely like the look of this figure. I think he looks great, and I'm really starting to enjoy this character. I know I don't know much about him yet, but from what I've kind of pieced together from the trailers, I'm assuming he's going to be, if not our main character, one of our main characters. And I like the look of him. I think he's cool. I'm excited to see what he does. I'm going to go ahead and put him off to the side and bring back Kylo Ren. This figure is really nice. I really enjoy the cloth and everything that they've done here. As you can see, he's got his now infamous lightsaber with the two smaller blades on the sides. And if I take this out of his hand and we just take a closer look at this, it's pretty well done. I like the hilt. You can see there's kind of a red button there on the end. Some gold, some dark gray, and almost black. And then the blade's done very well. I like the look of that a lot. Taking a look at his helmet and hood. I think that's done very nicely. You can kind of pull this back a little bit and the head can kind of move a little bit from side to side, but in my opinion it's not really meant to move all that much. He's kind of got this not really hard plastic, but it's definitely molded plastic for the kind of drape around his neck all through here. This piece here, you can see it's all one piece solid, and that extends around the front. That hinders the movement a little bit for this arm, as you can see, but it can come forward, and then he's got the same kind of elbow and wrist joints that Finn had, as most of the Star Wars Black figures have. As far as he does have the same articulation in his waist, but again, because of the cloth and this belt that are tight, you're not really going to get that kind of movement out of him, but I don't really think that you need to. I mean, you're going to put this guy on a shelf and he's going to look great holding his lightsaber. And I like these flowing robes down here around his legs. Now you can move these out of the way. They're very soft cloth. And you can see he's got kind of a hard plastic down here, which does, it's going to hinder his leg articulation. But you can move a little bit out to the side. I believe he's got the same kind of joints that Finn would have. He's got the bend in the knee, but again, it's hindered because you have some hard plastic back here as well. And then you have the same kind of ankle joints that Finn had. So, I mean, truth be told, you're going to use mostly this arm and the ankle joints just to get him to stand. But, I mean, once you have him standing, he's going to look fantastic. I really like the way these, like the cloth robe billows out, and he just looks like he's not to be trifled with. I really like the design of this guy. I'm excited to see him in action in the movie. I mean, really get the good pose with the lightsaber, kind of have this hand out, doing a force move, and you're good to go. And that guy's going to look fantastic. So I have to admit, I really enjoy these figures a lot. I definitely have come to appreciate the Black Series. When it was first announced, I said to myself, I don't really collect Star Wars figures all that much, but 6-inch, really detailed Star Wars figures does kind of change the game, and it's nice to get the same treatment with the new Force Awakens figures and characters here. So I recommend these guys. I just picked them up on Force Friday at Walmart at midnight. They were $18.92 a piece, which is not a terrible price. Toys R Us, I believe, had them for $20 or $19.99, or maybe even a little bit more, just because Toys R Us is always a little bit more expensive than Walmart. But if you can find them at Walmart, I definitely recommend that. I think they're getting ample stock in because, they're definitely expecting people to want these figures. And there's a good reason they want them, because I think they're very good figures. Very nicely detailed, very posable. The cloth on Kylo Ren especially is very nice. It just looks high quality, and they're very great figures for what I feel is an affordable price. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me what you guys got for Force Friday. Let me know what haul you got. I'd love to hear from you guys. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Finn and Kylo Ren from the Star Wars Black Series, and thanks for watching.